Oh no! Well, at least I got a recording. Jesus Christ. Oh, well, there's the first failure. Getting ready for more. Hmm, 91 times 2. I think I'm done for the night. Jesus, that attempt I did before was like the third best attempt I've ever done at the level. That was out of nowhere. Maybe I'll beat it tonight, I don't know. That was stupid of me. Just got nervous and didn't think I would pass it, but I did. Also, I ended up in the pot a little higher than I thought. I'm used to being down here, so that's my excuse. Ah, I'm such a fucking idiot. Ah, dude. I don't know, man. I just, like, I keep dying stupidly at this wave. I don't know why. Like, in practice and just, well, right now. Because, like, now I've worked out a click pattern for it. I'm just a fucking dumbass. Oh my god. I want to get this done soon. I'm really not enjoying it anymore.
In the game.
I just fucking died at 90 again. I'm done for today. I
like-
can't fucking do
like
this.
90% done with the match.
Keep going. I believe in you. This is the
No, I don't remember them.
I don't want to keep playing this. It's just pain.
What was your name, DC, on the game?
I even messaged them, and they were like, nobody's allowed to have that name.
No way. No way. Cats. No way. It actually took out my internet. Okay, is it legitimately just streaming? Well, I guess I play the level without being in a VC. Ah, that's such a stupid death. Time to add it to my numerous counters. And 92. Wow, look at all the bullshit. I love it. Nah, I knew that was gonna happen. Oh well. Again, really? Maybe I need to practice the end more. Wow. I don't really have a reaction for this. My heart's just racing. I don't know, I wasn't really focused on the game. I guess. I don't know. I wasn't treating like this like a real attempt. That was a dumb death. Oh well. I think I'm gonna beat it tonight. I don't know. Even if I don't, I think I'm gonna beat it soon. I haven't had any bad emotions about it tonight. I've been keeping on par with it. I think I got it. Let's go again. Oh no. Well, that was only a few attempts after 97, so... I'm getting consistent. It's happening. I did it again. I'm such an idiot. I'm gonna double check that bit again, actually. And see if it is consistent or I'm just being a dumbass, because I'm pretty sure you just gotta hold there for that orb that I just missed. We'll see. Oh, that's such a dumb bug to die to. Oh, 92. Welp. I don't want to do this anymore. Another dumb death. But hey. To be honest, that one didn't even stress me out that much. Now hold on now. I never explained why I'm using a bug fix copyable. Ultrasonic is a relatively old level, almost verified 6 years ago. Now, with this in mind, people's knowledge of Geometry Dash has developed significantly since then, with us now understanding that a monitor's hertz affects Geometry Dash's physics quite significantly. Specifically, a higher hertz monitor will make it much easier to control the game modes. I can't explain this in a more detailed manner as I don't exactly understand it into that much depth, but as someone who plays on higher hertz, I can say it makes an extremely noticeable difference. That being said, Ultrasonic was built and verified well before this was common knowledge, and so wasn't tested for any bugs these changes could cause. But anyways, the copy I made only has one change, which is in the transition from the swing copter to the memory ball at around 52%. In the original level, two 45-degree angled slopes were placed in order to fling you onto this platform here. However, at 360 Hz, this for some reason causes the ball to overshoot the platform. My bug fix uses two slightly more harshly angled slopes, with the first to set the ball down on the roof, and the other to make it so that the cube is flung to make sure the transition works as intended. I'll upload the copy used to beat Ultrasonic on my account. Here's the idea if you want to compare my copy to the original level. Hope this suffices as an explanation for using a copy to beat this level. If you don't believe that these were the only changes and that this was an illegitimate completion, then I'll let you believe what you want. I think doing this over pausing, opening my hack menu, disabling FPS bypass, allowing the slope to fling me correctly, and then pausing once more to re-enable FPS bypass would be incredibly inefficient and tedious, especially with the amount of runs that managed to reach this point. And now I'm done rambling. I'll allow you to enjoy my completion now. Enjoy! so random. That was out of nowhere. I just beat it. What the fuck? It's done. I don't have to fucking play it anymore. Well, it's really late at night here. I can't have the most over-the-top reaction, but I'm... Holy shit! I'm fucking over the moon! That's gotta be, like, possibly the hardest thing I've beaten. It's definitely the second hardest thing. It's one of the top 2 hardest things I've beaten. But anyways, yeah, I'll calculate the attempts, and then I guess tomorrow morning I'll give you guys my thoughts on the level. Fucking god damn, GG. G fucking G. Well, looking at this. Alright. Well, Ultrasonic. And here are my thoughts. So this segment's gonna be my final thoughts on the level. I mean, I don't even fucking remember how long at this point, like nearly a month on this. So I'll give some final thoughts on it. So overall, my enjoyment on the level just kind of dwindled as I played it. Like, at first I was very much enjoying it because, well, I don't know, this is an old classic. I was there when this thing was verified. This is possibly one of my favorite levels of all time, like, historically speaking, in the Geometry Dash community. That being said, I do have a lot of issues with some of the things the level does. For example, this part. This part gave me a lot of issues, because most of the time, this felt like a complete roulette. Clicking here, like, there's no consistent pattern that worked. I tried many times. 9 out of 10 times I fail this part if I get up to it. And mind you, this is only 6% into the level. That's... I think for a level to have a choke point like that, it just became very hard to enjoy the level properly, especially when a majority of my deaths are here. Like, if we had to cut out the amount of deaths that I had at this part specifically, I'm sure my attempt count would go down by at least 2,500 and possibly more. This part is the absolute bane of my existence, and even some better players that I've talked to about this level, they've said that this part is complete bullshit. That being said, I think this is the biggest quarrel I did have with the level while I was playing it. As for other bits, this pre-drop, very fine. I didn't have many issues with it. One issue I did have with this click in particular is when I go off of here, you either die too early by hitting here or here. And also, if you jump up here early, you hit this early and then land somewhere on here and jump into here, which... like, I don't know, I didn't like that. I didn't like how inconsistent that is, because I feel like the original level wasn't designed with that to be intentionally as buggy as it is. That being said, sometimes I'd also hit that spike when I was just a bit late, it would fling me down onto there. Otherwise, I didn't have many other issues with this part, other than this click. I think specifically with the hearts that I was playing this level on, it caused a... you can call it a bug. Where I clicked this, or I buffer clicked this, I couldn't leap off this immediately. I would die barely on the edge of there, so I had to time that click every time. That's more of just like a me problem. It's nothing that prevented me from beating the level. It's just slightly annoying gameplay that I'm critiquing, honestly. Otherwise, rest of this was fine. This transition, sure, it's fine. Everything else here, surprisingly, this gap, honestly, I thought it would give me a lot more issues, but it didn't. This, maybe I'm just more skilled than I was at the start of the year, but I would have suspected that a gap like this would have probably given me more issues, but no, I really didn't mind it. It was great. Fun little part of the level, made me feel like a good player every time I went through it. We'll critique this, though. This section just comes out of nowhere, and if we're looking at the speed that this is going, that's how fast my cube is moving through that section. I'm sure you saw in the completion video, or the completion section of the video, I should say. You saw how quickly this part goes by. Let me explain how many clicks this is. 1, 2, 3... oh god, I'm placing objects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All in the span of how many seconds? 1, 2. Probably about 2 seconds. Now, in comparison to the rest of the level, which has very timed clicks, I would say, this very spammy section out of nowhere just hits you in the face. Again, same as before, this didn't prevent me from completing the level. It's just a critique of the gameplay and generally how I enjoyed this section. I thought it was wacky, but that doesn't mean I enjoyed it. Alright. Honestly, I've got nothing else to critique about the rest of the pre-drop, nor the start of this. I had issues with this swing copter, but that being said, I hadn't really done swing copter before this level. The only other swing copter I'd ever done in a level up until that point was literally Fire Temple by Michigan, which I played earlier this year, so this was very difficult for me, but once I got used to it, this swing copter, beautiful. I really enjoyed it. Memory section, lovely. I would have expected it to be harder, considering the one in Supersonic, in my personal opinion, is much harder, but this ended up not being an issue. I honestly barely ever died here, and when I did die, it's because I missed time to click, or some other weird shit happened, you know, as Geometry Dash levels do. Again, no issues here. This transition, very tight. I pretty much almost hit these two every time I dipped down here. That being said, it rarely gave me issues, so I'm not gonna give it shit. Good shit. This is good shit. This part, it took me a very long time to find a consistent pattern into these. Specifically right here. Getting into here, very difficult. That being said, once I did find a way to do it, it worked most of the time. Now, here's my next gripe with the level. And honestly, not my last gripe with it, but one of my main ones. This transition here. You get flung down, you click up, that's not the issue. Going up is not at all the issue. But the fact that the camera goes up as you're trying to get through this gap, which is 1.5 blocks technically, in normal wave 2 times speed, it's grueling. It felt like a roulette every time I got up to this section, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't include this in the video, but I died a lot here. I died so many times here. Like, it wasn't every time I got there, I'd say 5 out of 10 times. Half of the times I got there, I would die. These clicks, fine, no issue. Honestly, this whole end section, I don't have many issues with. It's like, there's a few moments in it where if you click wrong, you just know you're gonna die. Like, one of them in this video I showed where I clicked this late, I bounced up here, and by the time I got to this, like, this click, I kinda knew I was gonna die over here. I can replay that in the video, actually. I got the power of editing, Jesus Christ. I'm a bit of a mastermind. Yeah, otherwise, no other issues with this part. It's just, like, very learny. And I don't have an issue with that, so moving on from here. This part. Okay. Strong words o'clock. This is possibly one of the worst endings to a level that you could possibly give a level. Like, by the time you get up to this final wave, nerves are already completely shot. They're high. You're shaking, probably a little bit at least. Your heart rate is definitely increasing by the time you get to this section. Unless, of course, in my winning run I didn't really have any nerves up until I got to the ship. But here's my gripes with this. The spam is fine. I don't mind the spam. This part, no problem. But this... I don't understand why you would switch the gravity halfway between. Because, like, I mean, there's a pattern for this. There's a pattern. What I did is once I fell down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 clicks, let it fall into the portal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let it fall into the portal. Click once, go up, do a click here, and then click, fall into the bottom of the portal preferably. Now, my problem comes with the consistency of this. Even though I had a strategy ready for this part, it felt incredibly inconsistent. And every time I got there, honestly, probably the reason I didn't have any nerves when I got to the wave part is because I just knew that there was a good chance it was just gonna kill me because it felt like it. Because it's quite inconsistent, specifically with these bits. Also, these spikes pointing out here is, ah man, it's like the hitbox on these isn't huge, but like it's still scary. And you know, it just, this whole wave is very sketchy. I didn't like it being at the end section. And then there comes this transition. You have to, there is no preset way to do this transition either. Depending on where you land with the wave in this portal is how your ship's physics is going to react when you go out. I think the first time I died at 92 actually, I launched into this because I started up high unexpectedly. Because I expected to be down low, so I dipped up, but by the time I'd realized I was up here, it was too late. It killed me. So I don't know, there's not really a better way to make that transition even currently. It's just kind of a crappy pod, I'm gonna be honest. Whose pod is this anyway? Samsa. Oh god, I'm sorry, Samsa. But like, this ain't it, man. This ain't it. And then this ship. I'm gonna be honest, there's nothing wrong with the ship. Every time I practice this level, specifically the last wave and this part, oh my god, I died here so much. I just was so nervous that I played crap. I'd commonly just launch myself into the ceiling. I think my 97 death literally was that. Either that or I died somewhere along the way, which, oh my god. I'm so glad I only died twice to this ship. It could have been so much worse. That's why I was so surprised when I beat it, because I was like, oh, no death here? What? Amazing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, you go through here. This upside down bit at the end. I know Guitar Hero Styles died here in his video of it, but honestly, all you gotta do is just fall down a bit and click like 3 or 4 times and you're done. There's no real threats at the end. But yeah, that's Ultrasonic. I can't say that I enjoyed myself as much as I wanted to, despite my previous nostalgia for this level. What do I mean by previous? Of course, it's still there. This level is extremely nostalgic for me. I mean, I got to watch it get verified live on Twitch, like, whenever the fuck it happened. I don't remember who verified it even. Let me go check that, actually. Yeah, I was watching. I was watching when that happened. And I don't know, this level's always meant a lot to me. I'm glad to finally be skilled enough to be able to beat it. This is definitely the hardest thing I've beaten this year so far. So we're just gonna have to see what comes. I'm very glad to have this done, and I guess I'll see you next time I beat a hard level, or maybe it'll be on Twitch next time. Hopefully my internet is sorted by then, but we'll see. Anyways, if you watched this far, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.